Hi, I am Mr. Crocker, and in today's grammar lesson, we are going to be talking about short and long O and also analogies. So, short and long O first. Short O says ah, okay? All of the short vowel sounds kind of make a short sound like that. I, ah, Short O being the ah sound. Long O, like all the other vowels, the long sounds say their names. A, E, I, O, U. Long O says O. Okay, so in a word like block, is that a short O or a long O? The O makes an ah sound, so that's a short O. Okay, shown. And shown, the O says O with the help of a W, right? So that's a long O. Oatmeal, long O. O. Wrote, long O again. Odd. That time it just said ah, so that's a short O. Okay, so now analogies are really interesting. So what you need to do with an analogy is you're going to get two pairs of words, okay? And in one pair, a word is missing. So you've got this pair, and then you've got this word, and its partner is not there. And the way that you figure these out is you'd figure out the relationship between the first two words. And then the relationship between these two words has to be the same. So if these two are opposites, these two have to be opposites. Okay, if these two are synonyms, these two have to be synonyms. Whatever the relationship is, it has to be the same relationship. Okay, so there's a similarity there. Okay, so I've got some examples to show you what I mean. Soup is to lunch. Okay, so those are our first two words, soup and lunch. What is the relationship between those two words? Well, soup is something you might eat at lunch, right? Soup is a lunch food. So then it says as, missing word, is to breakfast. Well, I know here that we have lunch food, lunch. So here I need breakfast food. And there's a lot of different breakfast foods. Like just for the sake of completing the analogy, any breakfast food makes sense, right? You might say eggs. You might say toast. You might say sausage. Okay? But the word that is on our list would be oatmeal. Oatmeal is a breakfast food, and it is also a long O word. So soup is to lunch as oatmeal is to breakfast. Okay? That's how these go. Second example, typed is to email. These are our first two words, typed, email. Well, you guys probably haven't sent a lot of emails in your life, but when I send an email, I type it, okay? That's how you create an email, by typing. And then it says as, something is to letter. Well, what is the something that has the same relationship? Typing is how you make an email. What would be the thing that goes with making a letter? I think it would be wrote, right? Typed and wrote. I typed an email just like I wrote a letter. Okay, shout is to yell. These are our first two words. Okay, what is the relationship between these two words? You could say that they are synonyms. Okay, shouting and yelling are very nearly the same thing. So then my second pair has brag. That means that I need something that goes with brag. It needs to be a synonym for brag. The word on my list, which is a long O word, is boast. Okay, boast. If you are boasting, you are bragging. Same thing. Okay. Near is to close. What is the relationship between those two words? You could say that they are synonyms again. Near and close are very similar. Okay. Distant. So I need something that means about the same as distant. And this is a little bit tricky because we don't use this word often to mean distant, except for lately in school, I've heard the phrase remote learning. Okay. And if you are participating in remote learning, which you are, it means that you are learning at a distance from the school. It's the same thing. Sometimes they say distance learning, sometimes they say virtual. Okay. So remote and distant are similar synonyms, okay, in the same way that in the same way that near and close are synonyms. Okay, last example. Lose is to lost. So lose and lost. What is the relationship between those two words? Well, it's the same word. So it's a different form of the word, but it's the same word. Lose, lost. Okay, it's like present tense, past tense. Lose would be now, lost would be past. And here we have found. Found, that's a past tense word. If I found it, it already happened in the past. So if I wanted to change this to be a present tense word, what is the present tense of that? I think it would be find. It's not a short O or a long O word, but they gave us that already, I suppose. I'm going with find. Okay, find, found. Analogies, they're kind of fun.